Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to address income inequality. Income inequality is the unequal distribution of wealth throughout a society. It is measured in the Maynard superannuation shares or other financial instruments. While there are many examples of income inequality in the modern society, whether that be racial bias, gender, or wealth level, it is often said that the rich are getting richer while the poor are getting poorer. But imagine a world in where economic policies ensure that wealth prosperity is more evenly spread. To describe this in further detail, I'm going to draw on two prominent historic economic influential thinkers, and then Maynard Keynes and Henry George. Then I'm going to propose a solution or a policy to ensure and to minimize income inequality. Just how bad is income inequality in Australia? Well, according to a study that was done by the Australian Bureau of Statistics of Income and Housing in 2019 and through to 2020, someone in the top 20% of the income scale lives in a household with almost 6 times as much income as someone in the lowest 20%. I'm going to provide a brief background on my previously mentioned economic thinkers, Henry George and Maynard Keynes. Henry George, who lived in the 1800s, is most well known for his work titled Progress and Poverty, written in 1879. In this, he proposed the idea of a tax on unimproved land called the land value tax, justified by the belief that land as a limited resource often goes up in value without the owner's effort. This idea of an unearned increase in value without the owner's intervention should benefit all of society, not just the owner. This land value tax would discourage land hoarding and push the owner to utilize the land in the most productive way. This is commonly referred to as Georgism economics. My other thinker is Maynard Keynes, who was arguably the biggest, most influential figure in the 20th century economic field. Amidst the Great Depression, Maynard Keynes challenged the traditional economic teachings of the time. He suggested the government should intervene during economic downturns so that they could stimulate demand and reduce unemployment. This is often referred to as Keynesian economics. Utilizing both of these ideologies, I have developed a two-part possible solution to the societal issue of income inequality. Part 1 is the implementation of the land value tax. By taxing only the value of the land and not the structures on it, it can be encouraged to landowners to develop or sell that underutilized land. The revenues gained from this tax can be substantial and can be used for Part 2 of the plan. Part 2 is the utilization of the land value tax for public investment. Revenue acquired from Part 1 can be used during an economic downturn. This can be done in the forms of public infrastructure, public works, or even wage subsidies similar to those that were the various stimuluses package available during the COVID-19 pandemic. Policy outlined achieves several goals. It promotes efficient land use, incentivizing landlords to use their land productively rather than hold on to it speculatively. The revenue would be funneled back into the community. These ideas are not without their critiques. As with all policies, it's not the concept, but it's the implementation that determines success. In Australia, it could be implemented gradually and with clear communication, and could be used for specific land types. In an era where the gap between the wealth is getting ever growing, the rich are always getting richer and the poor are always getting poorer, it's important we take bold steps and use the wisdom of the past to develop policies and procedures for the needs of the now. Thank you.